Okay, hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Chris, and I am the Shortcuts Educator for the Southeast. Now, some of you may have already been on my webinars previously. We do these sort of about once a week, so thank you ever so much for joining me again. So this morning, we are going to be going through Shortcuts Marketing. It's a fantastic tool to have. It's cloud accessible. It's also accessible via security in the cloud options as well, so you can tweak, chop, and change with one of your members of staff you do want to be able to access this. So yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. It's very, very simple to use and get your head around. It's not too dissimilar to our Gcast we had before, but it is much, much easier to use. It's much, much more user-friendly as well. But the layout is very, very simple and quite similar as well. So you should find yourself getting your head around it within the sort of next couple of hours. Okay, so let's get started. So, just sort of a little bit of housekeeping just before we get straight into the live demos and things like that. Hopefully, you can all hear me nice and clear. If you are listening in with a headset that has a microphone or anything along those lines, just let you know it has been muted. So if you do want to speak to me, there will be questions taken at the end, and you can ask me via the chat box should you have any questions. The duration of this session probably will last between 30 to 45 minutes, just depending on how many questions we get and sort of that sort of thing, just how we get on really. So the benefits of Shortcuts Marketing. It's very quick and simple to use. It's accessible from any web browser, so it's just typing in your pos.shortcutsoftware.com, just your normal cloud appointment book URL. It's accessible via security. As I said just a couple of minutes ago, you can chop and change which of your staff members you want to be able to look at the marketing. The wording and images are completely customizable. The send dates for your ongoing campaigns, so think of your ongoing campaigns as your set and forget campaigns like Gcast. They're preset, so there's no room for error, so you don't have to worry about making mistakes, guys. We can preview and send tests before activating, again at the touch of a button. We can set them up for SMS and emails, or both if you wish to. They can be made inactive with the touch of a button as well. It's nice and easy. And you can also now check your return on investment for the campaigns that have been sent. Okay. So our ongoing automated campaigns. Now I'm going to read them out, but don't worry, these are also listed in your marketing features. So you don't have to worry about writing this down or remembering this. This was also in your marketing. You can read this in your marketing. So we have our new client welcome SMS and email. So this campaign is sent at 9 a.m. the day after a new client's first visit. We have our time to see you again, SMS and email. Again, this campaign is sent at 9 a.m. for clients who have not visited for 6 weeks, who have no future appointments booked in. We also have our We Miss You campaign. And again, this is sent to clients, non-returning clients who have not been back for 12 weeks, who have no future appointments booked in. Because, of course, we don't want to send them a voucher, enticing them back, of course, if they're booked in the future sometime. We have our happy birthday one. Again, this is sent at 9 a.m. on the day of the client's birthday, giving them plenty of time to book up maybe for the future, treat themselves, that kind of thing. We, of course, have our referral SMS and email. And again, this campaign will be sent to clients who have referred friends or family at 9 a.m. the day after that referred client has visited the business. Okay. We have our appointment acknowledgement, okay, not to be confused with the text reminder SMSs we have. And again, this is sent 3 minutes after a client has created or updated an appointment. Okay. And we have our no-show, which is a brand new one, something we're really, really proud of. We have our no-show SMS and email campaign. And again, this campaign will be sent 30 minutes after an appointment is marked as no-show. So once we mark them as a no-show in our appointment book, 30 minutes after that, they will be sent a no-show campaign, asking what happened. Okay. Perfect. So now what we can do is we can start to look at a live demonstration. Now, just before we get into that, some of you may be aware if you've been on my webinars before, you can contact us on 0161 972 4900. Okay, this session has also been recorded and should be sent to you within 24. Sometimes it can take up to 48 hours, but it's usually within 24 hours. We do also have further classroom sessions, as you can see on the link there, which is just shortcuts.co.uk/online classes. We run one a week, typically around the Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday mark. Okay. And of course, we do have a YouTube link, but you're going to be sending that YouTube one as well. Perfect. So let's have a look at our live demonstration. So all we need to do is open up our preferred internet browser. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to type in console.shortcutsoftware.com. Now, hopefully this should be completely familiar, everyone. This is our smart online console, and there's just a couple of things we need to do in the background, okay? So once we've logged into our console, there's a few things we need to configure in the background, and that is setting up our social media links and ensuring we have our Salon logo updated. Now, there's a very good chance your Salon logo will already be updated for things like your app and your online bookings, but we just need to make sure it's updated because this will pull through to your campaigns automatically. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do this morning, ladies and gents, is we're going to go to the third blue square down where it says Site Settings. Okay, so the third blue one down, and we're going to click onto Site Settings. Okay, if you are a multi-salon, a multi-site salon, we have more than one site. In the top right-hand corner, you can just filter between the specific site. Okay, so you would need to do that for both. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to ensure our logo is updated directly at the top. And you can see my Shortcuts logo has already been updated, okay? If we didn't have our logo updated, the first thing we would need to do is click onto the Choose File button and just simply upload it from our computer. Okay, so once we've done that, that is the first thing we do there. We ensure we have our logo updated. Then we are going to scroll down and we're going to continue working all the way down the page until we see our email address, our website, our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Okay, now again, you should already have your email address in there and you will probably already have your website in there. But most importantly, we need our Facebook, we need our Instagram, and we need our Twitter. Now, just as a handy tip here, ladies and gents, we do require the full link, so the HTTPS /. It's not enough just to type in sort of at shortcuts.co.uk. We do need the full link because this will pull through to our campaign. Okay, sorry, just Gillian, what I'll do is I'll answer your question just at the end. I'll be able to assist you with your logo. Okay, I will get to that question. That's not a problem. So the first one we're going to do is just make sure we got our logo in. That should already be sorted. And then we're going to pop our Facebook, our Instagram, and our Twitter. Now, the easiest way to do this, if you, of course, don't know it off the top of your head, is to just simply open up an internet page and just search for it that way. And then just copy the URL from the top, just like this. Okay. You can copy the URL and just paste it in there. Okay, and like I said, if you have more than one salon, just filter in the top right-hand corner and just make sure you've updated your logo and your social media links for every site you have. Okay, perfect. And when we're happy, we're just going to click the Save button. Okay, perfect. Okay, so the first thing there, ladies and gents, we've updated our logos and we have updated all of our social media links. Again, this pulls through to our campaigns so our clients can, of course, see our logo and then directly go to our Facebook, our Instagram, and our Twitter if applicable. So once we've done that, we're just going to go back to the top and we're going to click on the Start button. The second thing we're going to do, ladies and gents, is we are going to open up our Cloud Appointment Book. Now, hopefully everyone should already be familiar with this. The Cloud Appointment Book is just a simple, fully functioning appointment book. Now, as I'm sure you're already aware, there is two ways to access the Cloud Appointment Book. You can type in the URL, which is pos.shortcutsoftware.com. And you will see I've already done that here. So you will see I've got pos.shortcutsoftware.com. Or the second way to do it is to simply click in the top right-hand corner of your Smart System console where it says Shortcuts Cloud. And I'm just going to circle that now for you. So we can click onto that and that will take us directly to our Cloud Appointment Book. Okay. So now we've done that, what I'm going to do is just before we go into setting up our marketing campaigns, I'm just going to show you where you can chop and change the security level. Like I said at the beginning, if you only want certain staff members to be able to access marketing, I'm going to show you how you would chop and change that now. Okay. So once you've logged into your Cloud Appointment Book, as you can see here, we're going to click onto Menu at the top. And then we're going to click onto General Settings. And we're going to click onto Roles. Okay. And you will see you have your two role types on the left-hand side. Some of you may have already done this. You may have already set up some other role types as well. So you'd click on the relevant role, and then you would click on the permissions button just here. So it's the red permissions button. Again, all we're doing here, ladies and gents, is we are just seeing who has access to be able to create marketing campaigns. Like I said, you may not want all of your staff members having access to this on their cloud appointment book, okay? So if we click onto the configuration, you will see we have here where it says, I can configure marketing campaigns. Now, if you did want your employee role to have access to the marketing campaigns, you would simply toggle this to yes. And you would click the done button to save that. Okay, so that is how we would chop and change and tweak who has access to our marketing campaigns within the cloud appointment book. Perfect. So let's have a look at creating our marketing campaigns. Like I said at the beginning, ladies and gents, they are very, very easy to create. Most of the work has actually already been done for you, just to give you a helping hand. Okay, so you would have already probably seen right at the top, we have a big button where it says marketing. Okay, and we just simply click onto that. And this will open up all of our campaigns. Now, just to reiterate with our campaigns, we can either do SMS or we can do email or we can do both, okay? They both open up in exactly the same way. You will have the choice to simply choose SMS or email or simply activate both. Just to let you know, with your SMSs, there are a certain character limit, so it doesn't take you into 2 messages, so we don't charge you twice, okay? So these are all of our types of campaigns we have on the left-hand side. Okay, now we have a one-off campaign, which is a blast email or SMS to every single client in your database. And we also have your targeted campaign. Now, your targeted campaign is if you want to send it to a specific demographic, you know, maybe all females, all males, children, people of a certain age group, okay? But let's not worry about that for the time being, ladies and gents. The first thing we are going to do is we are going to go through our ongoing campaign. So think of this as like your set and forget, if those of you that are familiar with GCast, okay? So you will see from underneath targeted campaign, from appointment acknowledgement downwards, these are our ongoing campaigns, and we can see that down there. And you can see we can do all of these either SMS or email. So if I click onto appointment acknowledgement, you will see at the top we have our campaign name, okay? That's already been filled out for you, but of course you can fill that out if you wish to, okay? So underneath, this is where you would choose whether it's going to be SMS or it's going to be email. If you wish it to be SMS, you would just leave it as it is and continue working down the screen. If you're going to use it as an email campaign, we would click onto email. And I'm going to get to that in just a few seconds. So let's pretend we wanted to do an SMS. Underneath, you will see the status of this campaign is currently inactive. You will see the type is an ongoing campaign. That means it will continually be sent out. So as we can see underneath, we have our send schedule. This message will be sent to the client each time an appointment is created or updated, okay? Now, just to give you a bit further information on that, like I said at the beginning, it will be updated 3 minutes after they create, they will be sent it 3 minutes after they create or update. Okay, so we have filled the body of the text message out for you. Okay, so you will see here it says, hi, customer first name. Now, please don't worry, this customer first name is what we call a personalized field. This will pull through the name from Shortcuts, so you don't need to worry about filling out any names. Your appointment is booked again. It will pull through the appointment time and the appointment date. And it says, see you then, Shortcuts Retreat Birmingham. And of course, it will pull through your salon or your boutique name. And of course, right at the end, it has your phone number. So we can see down the bottom here for this text message, the characters used is 133 out of 138. And we can see that is one message used. Now, just to reiterate, your messages will be taken from your TextMe or your Message Media bundle, okay? If you do go over the limit, it will simply charge you at the prevailing rate, okay? So just to let you know, on the bottom of all emails and all text message campaigns, there is a certain layout, which is our GDPR, which outlines if you need to cancel or opt out of marketing, okay? That is not something we can delete. We have to have it there for GDPR purposes, okay? So if we scroll down, if we wanted to activate this, you will see how quick and easy it is. All we need to do is hit the activate button. Now, once we have activated this SMS, that button will then simply turn to deactivate. So if we wanted to deactivate it, we could simply click on the button again. With all of our SMSs and our emails, we can send ourselves a test, okay? You would simply click the send test button, type in the mobile number you wanted it to be sent to, and you would be sent a test text message, okay? Once you have activated any campaigns, on the left-hand side where it says either SMS or email, this little blank dot will highlight green, letting you know that that campaign has been activated for either the SMS or the email platform. Okay, so that is our appointment acknowledgement SMS. And now we can look at the email. So let's say we wanted our appointment acknowledgement email to be sent out. We would simply click on the right-hand side where it says email. And again, at the top, you can see the campaign name is appointment acknowledgement. And again, you will see the status of this now email campaign is inactive. Again, it is an ongoing campaign, and you will see the send schedule message there as well. Okay, so everything is exactly the same. Now, with our emails, you will see there is a tick box here where it says display logo. Okay, now at the beginning, you may remember we updated our logo. Okay, so this is where the logo will pull from. Now, you may wish to add in some nice pretty pictures for your email, maybe displaying a nice image, something like that, making it a little bit more fashionable, a little bit more presentable. And if you wanted to do that, you would simply click onto the display image button, click onto the choose file button, and simply upload the relevant image from your computer. Okay, now you may wish to take your own photographs for this. And you will see there is a recommended image size, 600 pixels wide by 300 pixels high. Now, Jill, you did send me a message earlier just saying about your logo being a little bit blurry. I would probably say your logo is too small and it's becoming pixelated, so it's becoming blurry. I would just recommend maybe getting a larger image size, okay? So maybe a 600 pixels wide by 300 pixels high, okay? So we can see the email subject here. This is the email subject that will receive into the client's inbox. You will see it says Shortcuts Retreat Birmingham booking confirmation. Now, if we wanted to make all of our emails really nice and personalized, we could maybe add the client's first name towards the end of this subject title. Now, don't worry, you don't have to sit through and type out every single client name. You just simply need to click the Insert Field button, and you can type in the customer full, you can click customer full name or customer first name, whichever is applicable. And you will see that will then pull the customer's first name through from Shortcuts, making it look really personalized. And as we scroll down, we can see the email body has already been filled out for you. Okay, so we can see that there, hi customer first name, again, that pulls through from Shortcuts. Thanks for booking at Shortcuts. We are located at New Street Station, West Midland. And you will see the booking details are as follows. And again, it pulls through all of the booking information for you. Now, when you are doing your campaigns, you may wish to add in an offer. Now, of course, I wouldn't typically recommend you do an offer for an appointment acknowledgement, but you may want to do an offer for the happy birthday, the new client, that kind of thing. Now, if you did want to add an offer in, I would definitely recommend you create the discount type in Shortcuts. In the discount reasons under configuration. Hopefully everyone should know how to do that. If you're not sure, please do let me know at the end of the session. Okay, so what I will do, I will just open up my Shortcuts just in case anybody does have any questions regarding that. Is everybody okay with creating discount reasons, that kind of thing? I would definitely recommend maybe creating them in the configuration just in case, just so you can link them across. Perfect. Okay, so if you did want to add an offer in, all you would need to do is simply click the add offer button and you could type your offer text in there. Now, this is where you would add in your discount code. Now, you will see when we click onto this, if we have any discount codes, it will pull those through from your Shortcuts Fusion setup. Okay. Now, the reason we do this is so that when a client brings this campaign into the salon, they say, oh, look, you've sent me 20% off, there will be a discount code on it. When your staff members check them out at the point of sale screen, they will choose that discount code and enable you to check it out. Now, the reason we do that is because we now have something called a return on investment report. So we can essentially track how well each of these discount codes are doing. Okay, but like I said, I have opened up a test Shortcuts system as well. If you do have any questions at the end, I can show you how to do that. You can also type out your terms and conditions. Whichever it may be. We'll just pop an N in there. Now, if you did want to add your online booking URL, all you need to do, again, nice and easy, ladies and gents, is just simply click onto the Add Book button, and that will pull through your online booking URL directly onto your campaign. Okay, now for the time being, I'm using a test system, so you won't have the check-in button. Okay, so yours won't have that, so please don't worry if that's not there. Now, if you do make a bit of a hash of your email and you want to reset it to the default template, you would just simply click onto that. And that is it, ladies and gents. That is how we create an email campaign. Now, down the bottom again, you will see we have an activate button. We can click onto that and start activating our campaigns. Again, we can send ourselves a test. You would type in your email address and you would send yourself a test. But we don't necessarily need to worry about that because we can preview our email campaigns. So if we click onto the preview, it will say generate in preview, and it should hopefully open up our email campaign. Now, just to let you know, if you do send yourself a test, ladies and gents, you may find that the name at the top of the email, it says, Dear John, okay? So it just pulls through a random name. It will also probably pull through a random appointment time and an appointment date as well. So don't worry, nothing's gone wrong. It's just pulling something through from a random database. Okay, there we go. So there you will see, there is our test campaign email there. So you can see we have our logo at the top and we have our body there, and you will see we have all of our social media links. And right at the bottom, that's the bit I said about our GDPR. Okay, and we can simply close that down. And that is it, ladies and gents. That is how we create an SMS campaign and also an email campaign. Now, all of the other ones, such as happy birthday, new client, no-show, referral, time to see you again, we miss you, they all work in exactly the same way. You can either do email or SMS, okay? And again, the body is filled out exactly the same. So everything's filled out exactly the same, just the wording changes. Okay, so now what we can look at sending out a one-off campaign, which will be a blast campaign to all of our clients, okay? So if we click right at the top, this is a one-off campaign that will be sent to every single client in our database. Now, just to give you an idea of why we might use this, this might be advertising a Christmas party or a Christmas product, something you want to let every single one of your clients know. This is one-off. Once it has been sent, it will be sent out immediately, and that is it then sent, okay? Now, the difference with this is when you go to either SMS or you go to email, the body of the SMS or the email will be totally blank, okay? So you won't have a heads up. So this is just one we've been playing around with over the previous month. So we've got our July offers. So with this, yours will be totally blank and you would just have to fill out exactly what you wanted to say. So we can see here our SMS one-off campaign was a July offer, a little bit outdated now, and it's 10% off a cut and blow dry with our stylist Matthew and a free gel color with every full price luxury manicure. Okay, and as you'll see, if we go into email, again, we can just do exactly the same, but again, yours will be totally blank. You will have to write out exactly what you want. Perfect. So that is our one-off blast campaign. And you'll see right down the bottom, it just says send now. So not activate, send now. This will be sent out the once and that will be the end of it, okay? So it won't be an ongoing campaign. Perfect. So the last thing we can now do, ladies and gents, is we can look at sending out a targeted campaign. Now, a targeted campaign might be you choosing a specific demographic of clients. So maybe thinking you want to target only your female clients, only your male clients, but we can take it much further than that. We can maybe send out a campaign to those of our clients who have only had a blow dry but never had a wash cut and blow dry, or have maybe had a full head tint but have never had full head highlights, that kind of thing. Now, to do this, we first need to generate that list of clients, okay? And we do this in our Shortcuts Fusion system. So if I open up Shortcuts Fusion down the bottom here, we first need to generate this list, and we do this on the right-hand side of our navigation bar by clicking onto Tools. And then we click the button here where it says marketing. This is where we are going to create that list of clients who we want to send it to. Once we've created that list, we can then upload it in Shortcuts Marketing and send it out just like normal. Okay, so let's say first of all, we've got a brand new product in and we only want to send it to our female clients. So let's say we wanted to do that. In the bottom left-hand corner, you will see it says clients restricted to all clients. So if we click onto the clients button, we do have lots of parameters we can fill out. So it may be worth just having a look into this, having a play around with it. But let's decide we want to send it only to our female clients. And you will see down here it says gender. We just click onto our female button and then we click the done button. So you will now, it says clients restricted to all female clients. That's the first thing we could do. But let's take it one step further. Let's decide, actually, we want to send it to clients that have only had a blow dry, like I said a couple of minutes ago, but have never had a cut. So you'll see at the top here, it says services done / products purchased. And underneath we have services not done, products not purchased. Now, just to let you know, you can simply target your clients if they've only had a blow dry. It doesn't have to be one service they've not done and one service they have had done. You can just send a campaign to someone if they've just simply not had a blow dry with you, okay? So let's say, as an example, the service is done. We can click onto services on the right-hand side, and we can say the services they have had done are a blow dry. So service is done, blow dry, and the service is not done. Again, we're going to click onto the services on the right-hand side, and we're going to say they have not had a cut and finish. So this would now look for clients that are all female, that have only had a blow dry, but have never had a cut and finish. Now, just to let you know, we can do exactly the same for products. You will see on the left-hand side, we have our companies, we have our products, and we have our lines. You can do exactly the same there. So once you're happy and you filled out the parameters, all we need to do down the bottom is simply click onto the compute button. It will then say the computed list contains clients that have opted out of marketing. So if any of your clients have opted out of marketing, they will not be included in your list for GDPR purposes. So we click the done button. Now I'm using a test system, but on the left-hand side in this big blank screen just here, this is where a list of all of your clients that you're going to send this campaign to. So this will be a list of all of those clients that fill out the criteria of that are female, have had a blow dry, but have not had a wash, cut and finish. Now on the right hand side, if you've decided to do an SMS targeted campaign, it is worth clicking the exclude no mobile button, because of course we don't want to send our SMS campaign to those clients in our database that do not have a valid mobile number. And of course you can do exactly the same if you're going to do an email campaign. And underneath, please pay close attention to the results. The results will be the amount of clients this campaign will be sent to. Because of course, if it's only going to be sent to 3 or 4, you may not wish to proceed with it. Then all we need to do is simply click the save button just here. Okay. Now, what I would recommend is, mine won't do it. You will see there's no clients in the list because I'm using a test system. But when you save it, I would highly recommend you save it to a folder you have created yourself, or maybe to your desktop. It will simply want to save it to your computer. But what it will do is it will save it in quite an in-depth folder, okay? And it's basically a folder within a folder within a folder. Now, the reason it does that is so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. Okay, but just to make it nice and easy, you either just make a note of the folder it's been saved into, or simply save it to your desktop or a folder or anywhere you feel comfortable saving it to. Okay, so we've now created that list and we have now saved that list. Now what we need to do is go back to our shortcuts marketing, create the campaign exactly the same way we did before, and simply upload this client list. Now the client list is typically saved in a CSV file. So if I open up my preferred internet browser and go back to my targeted campaign, which is the second one down, it's targeted campaign. And again, it's exactly the same. You would click onto email or SMS, whichever is applicable. Fill out the relevant information. Again, the body of the email or the SMS will be totally blank. And it's up to you guys and girls to fill out whichever the information is. Again, you can see we can fill out the discount code, the offer text, but right down the bottom, you will see we can upload the recipient list, okay? We can upload the list exported from Fusion. You would simply click onto the Choose File button. It will open up just like this. and then you would find the list. Now I have a list, I think I have one just here. There it is, so there's my Excel file there where it says client list. You would simply click onto the open button and that will upload that list there. Perfect, and that is it, ladies and gents. You would simply click the send now button and that would send out that targeted campaign to that targeted group of clients that you just created in Fusion. Perfect. Well, I hope you found that informative. Like I said, hopefully you found that nice and easy. I have had a couple of questions come through, so I'm just going to go ahead and answer those. And while I'm answering those, if you just want to crack on and answer some more questions, that's not a problem. Okay, so yes, just going back to yourself there, Gillian, with the images, it may be worth just checking if you can get someone to just open it up, maybe someone that does the web for you, web developing, that kind of thing. Just make sure that everything is all set up nicely in the background. Just make sure the sort of sizing isn't too small, because sometimes it looks okay, but when you upload it, it does become blurred. So also as well, do you need to update the client base each time you send a campaign, or will it be automatic once set up? No, it'll be automatic. As long as your client base are set up for um, receiving SMSs or email, they will receive that. Okay. What it might be worth doing, Gillian, is if you just send across your photos just so we can have a look. Unfortunately, it's not really something we get involved in a great deal because we don't create the photographs. We usually just upload them. But yeah, send them across. Perfect. Great to see you, Tracy. Hope you found it informative. Brilliant. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Who did you report the issue to, Gillian? Okay. Email it to us at education@shortcuts.co.uk if you can. Just send it across to there. Perfect. Tracy, can you save an email and go back and finish later, or do you have to do it one at a time? It should automatically save it, but what we usually say is get into the habit of just sending them out. But it should save it for you. Once you click the done button, it should save it. You can only sort of create one at a time if you're doing one targeted campaign. Create that one and then send it, and then you can create another one. But if you just click the done button, you should be able to go back to it and just continue where you left off, like with my July one we played around with a couple of months ago. No worries. You're very, very welcome. Perfect. Absolutely. So yeah, any other questions for me this morning, ladies and gents? Hope you found that informative. Do have a play around with it. Do get the campaign sent out. Do test them, send them out, that kind of thing. And do make sure you check your return on investment report. Now, if you haven't seen your return investment report, it is under the dashboard, okay? The dashboard in Cloud Appointment Book. It's right at the top. Just click onto dashboard and you can scroll down, okay? And that's where you'll see that. It's about 3/4 down the page. Perfect. Any other questions for me this morning, ladies and gents? Like I said, any other problems, just give us a call. One of our friendly help desk team will be more than happy to have a look, any issues you have. But most of the time, people find this really nice and easy. It's a good one to do sort of over the weekend, get together, sort of create a campaign, get them sent out. Especially with Christmas coming up, it's a brilliant idea to get these one-off campaigns and these targeted campaigns set up as well. Perfect. Okay. Well, I think that's it for so when you look at employees, the list has members that departed over 5 years ago. They've been inactive on the main system. Okay, Gillian, hopefully you should have the data privacy set up on your system. It's usually after 5 years your clients will be removed from the system. If not, I would highly recommend you run system maintenance on your shortcut system. This is applicable to everyone as well. So if everyone's still watching, I'll show you how to run system maintenance. All you need to do on your shortcut system, this is for employees only. Where were you looking at employees? Okay, so Tracy, the emails that go at a later date, they will be sent out via the send schedule for the ongoing campaigns. They're going to continue going on. We can't change the send date. The one-off campaigns, such as the one-off campaign directly at the top and the targeted campaign, they are sent out immediately. So at the time being, we can't change the send schedule. Gillian, I'm not entirely sure exactly what you mean without seeing it. If you could just also send an email to education@shortcuts.co.uk, and maybe send us a screenshot of exactly where you're looking at, just so we can see. We can have a look into that as well. It might be that you don't have maybe the correct access to Cloud Appointment, because it's a little bit difficult to say without actually seeing your setup. When you set the access to cloud, there is a drop down list. Yeah, like I said, just send us a screenshot of what you've got. Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry, yeah. When you were setting the access list, are they still active in your Fusion system? The client, the employees that are no longer there, they're not. Okay. Right. Okay. Yes. This does sometimes happen. They do sometimes show up. We're not exactly sure why. They won't have access to it. It may be just in the background in your console. They once had access to an app called Anywhere. Okay. So that's maybe why they're pulling through. So it may be worth just going into your console. I'll just quickly show you now. Bear with me just 2 seconds. So in your console, when you go into your site settings, if you then click onto Manage Employee Access, you may see they're still ticked here. If not, if you go into your Manage Users, you may still have a list of employees here that you just need to edit and just lock out, okay? If not, unfortunately, that will require the help desk just to have a look. They may just need to do just a quick resync. It takes about 30 minutes just to do, just to pull that through. Perfect. You're very welcome. With the referral, how does it know which clients? Is there a way it should be booked on the system? So yeah, fantastic question, Tracy. Usually when most people use the online CICs, there is a drop-down list to say which client was referred by who. If not, if they ring you up and they tell you, which we know it's like some clients do, so I was referred by such and such, I will show you how you can manually do it. So if you search for a client, I don't actually think I've got any on here. So if you search for a client and go into their card and then click onto the info button, you will see on the left-hand side there is a referred just here, and you can click onto another client. But if you're using the online CICs where clients fill out their client information cards via the tablet, they will have this drop-down list, okay? Once it pulls that through, it will know. But if not, unfortunately, we will just have to do it manually. But like I said, 9 times out of 10, those clients that have been referred, that when they're making the appointment, they ring up and they say, oh, I was referred by Joe Blogs. You'll just go into the information and then you can just set it up there. Perfect. Okay. Any other questions for me this morning, ladies and gents? Don't worry. If you think of them later on, you can always drop us an email, and we can go from there. If not, of course, like I said, you can call our help desk. They'll be more than happy to redirect your queries to one of the education team, or 9 times out of 10, they'll probably be able to answer your question immediately anyway. Thank you very much, Tracy. I appreciate that. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, so I think that's it for this morning. Thank you ever so much for joining me, ladies and gents. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you for all the questions as well. For those of you that I've spoken to before or have been on my webinars before, thank you ever so much for joining me. Just let you know, we will be running these once a week, and we will have, I believe there's one next week. I think it's Thursday. But if not, keep an eye out on our shortcuts.co.uk website /online classes. Thank you ever so much for joining me this morning, ladies and gents. I hope you have a fantastic day and enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you ever so much. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.